Hello and welcome to Mike's Garage. If you've already subscribed to our channel, thank you very much. If you haven't, please do. And when you do, be sure and tap on the little notification bell so you'll be notified every time we put up a new video. Let's see, what else did I want to mention? Please remember we do have our own website we're fooling around with now. Don't take it too seriously because I haven't been working with it a lot yet. But it is pacificmike.com. We'll take you right to our website. And we have t-shirts on our website. We're working on those and working on all sorts of things. It has been so hot. I don't even want to say how hot it is. And I also know that I shouldn't be complaining because everyone I talk to everywhere, it seems to be hot everywhere. Nobody's escaping this. So, I won't complain anymore. Thank you very much. Okay, I've been working on this motor and I've been really having fun with it. And if it seems like I'm stretching it out into too much time, I'm sorry. I'm enjoying it. I'm doing a lot of research. I'm learning a lot. I built a few of these motors over the years. Not a lot of them. And this is the first one for myself. I had one years ago. I had an 80-inch Indian, which of course was a flathead. It was a 52 80-inch Bonneville Chief. And that was a fun motorcycle and a fun motor, but an Indian and a Harley are by no means the same. There are just so many differences in them. The only thing that they really had in common would be the size. It was an 80-inch Chief motor. This is an 80-inch Harley motor. Way different characteristics. This has a stroke of 4 9/32 of an inch. The Indian was 4 13/16. That's an enormous stroke. Completely different. That was a high-performance machine. This is a workhorse. Yeah, so we're going to go over the line a little bit and make it a little bit more high performance than it was originally intended to be, but not a lot. But I've been going through it and cleaning things up, doing my best, and the big deal right now is just getting things clean enough to make me happy, and we're not quite there yet. I've been fondling a whole bunch of this stuff. I'm very pleased to see that all of these bronze bushings that the cams run in are in great shape. I've been in and cleaned them all. I've been cleaning these cams up, even though the lobes are most likely going to be changed. I've been cleaning up these cams. And for fun, I've been mocking things up to see how they're going to work. Now, if you've ever seen inside of one of these things, they're cool. Anyway, here's the number 1 cam. So we'll put a little Marvel Mystery Oil on it. Don't want to put it into that bushing dry. And like I said, the fit of these bushings is superb. They really feel good. Now, in order to put these cams in and get them all in and timed properly and all that, I'm showing this now just because I think it's fun. And so if you put in number 1 and number 3 first, and you'll see why in a moment. Here is number 3. Okay, now we have number 2. Now number 1 drives the oil pump, which goes on the outside of the cam cover. That's the oil feed pump. Okay, now we're going to look at the marks on these things. Now this cam is the fun one. This is the number 2 cam, and it is driven by the pinion gear, which is on the pinion shaft sticking out of the left flywheel, which is not actually here at the moment. I want to get a new pinion shaft anyway. Okay, So that mark right there is where the mark would be on the pinion shaft sticking out of the flywheel assembly. And that mark right there lines up on the number 1 cam, and this one lines up on the number 3 cam. Now this here drives the circuit breaker / distributor. Now this is the stock circuit breaker, and it's in nice shape, and I may use it, and I may put a magneto in this thing. I'm not sure yet. Okay, the next thing is we got another cam here. Let's see what that's like. This is the 4th cam. Let's see here. I know what I did. I messed up. And that's fun. Now that should make quite a difference. There's that one, and there's that one. There we go. 1, 2, 3, and number 4. And coming in 4th place is number 4. Now those are all timed properly. And then we have the idler gear here to run the generator. And of course there's no timing on that because all it does is spin the generator. But there it is. Now these cams have still got to go over to Justin Lineweber. He can make his judgment on what I've got and what he thinks and what we're going to do. And I think we're going to do probably the least radical set of cams he has. From everything I've read, it just seems to be the best idea. I mean, I may do a little bit of strange valve work and things like that to increase flow, but without doing those cams, actually the flow will help, but the cams, I'll benefit more from the cams if I increase the flow in this thing. So I'm still doing that, doing a bunch of research on the cylinders. I've gotten so many opinions on the cylinders, and now we have my opinions to deal with. I deal with everybody's opinions, and then I go do what it is I want to do. And I'm really looking at my cylinders, and yes, it would be nice to have a brand new pair. But mine are really pretty. And when I say pretty, I mean all the fins are perfect. A lot of guys say, well, you got to get new cylinders, Mike, because the old ones require so much work. Maybe yours do. Mine are in pretty nice shape. They're bored out to what I would consider the maximum, so I think I'm going to have them sleeved. Not cheap, but the material they make the sleeves out of is really wonderful stuff. I have the cylinders on my shovel head have been re-sleeved. In fact, currently I'm running standard bore pistons in my shovel head. Well, they're not standard pistons, but they're standard bore size. And that's because I had them sleeved down to standard size again. Again, the cylinders were so pretty. They had perfect fins and all that. And realizing that the sleeve is going to be a higher quality than the original cylinder was, gee, just makes too much sense. So that's basically what I'm going to do. The next thing I've been doing is I got into the valves, or the valve lifters, and I'm really pleased to say that the lifter blocks are in excellent shape. I mean, I can feel them. They feel wonderful. And the lifters fit them perfectly. So not long before I took this motor apart, somebody had done all of that stuff. And this thing is pretty nice. The rollers are a little bit etched. And if Justin Lineweber makes me a set of new cam lobes, I'm afraid I'll have to put new rollers on these, because new cams deserve new rollers on the lifters. You have metal on metal, and with both surfaces being brand new, I think it'll be pretty nice. So like I said, I've been stretching this out into what appears to be a really long-term project. And to me, I think it's going to be well worth the time and effort. And when I finally fire it up and go for a ride, I think it will be enough smiles per mile that justifies everything I'm doing. So anyway, that's pretty much it for now. I'm still scrubbing on all of this stuff and getting it to the point where I want it. I've gone through all of these holes. Something I might mention to everybody who's dealing with these old bikes is that these were 1/4-24 threads. So you gotta have a 1/4-24 kit. So I have a 1/4-24 tap, a 1/4-24 die, and 1/4-24 helicoils. I have one that's been opened to 5/16 24, and I can screw a 1/4-24 helicoil right into it and take it right back down to size. That's the way to do it, the way I learned it, and I think it's a good thing to do. So I think that takes care of it for now. There it is, and won't be long. I'll see you out on the road.